She walked onto the firing range carrying a bright pink rifle the Marines instantly mocked, calling it a toy, a joke, even a prop for YouTube. But 5 minutes later, every one of those laughs would die in their throats when she attempted a shot no Marine on that base had ever even dared to try. Before we begin, from which part of the country are you watching from? Drop it in the comments. No one expected silence that morning. The Marine Corps training range was usually alive with the sharp crack of rifles and a low rumble of sergeants barking commands. But on this day, the noise came from laughter. Loud, uncontrolled laughter that echoed across the desert as a young woman carried a bright pink rifle to the shooting table. Her name was Elena Mercer, a 25-year-old civilian ballistics technician invited to the base for a demonstration. The Marines didn't know much about her background, only that she designed a custom rifle she nicknamed the Pink Rose. The problem was the Marines weren't interested in roses. They wanted steel, grit, and recoil that could bruise a shoulder. So, when she approached with her bubblegum-colored rifle, they burst out laughing. "Hey, who let Barbie join the Corps?" one shouted. "Careful, guys, it might shoot glitter," another joked as the crowd roared. Elena didn't respond. She simply walked to the old metal table, placed the rifle down gently, and opened the notebook she carried. The range master tried to hide his discomfort. It wasn't often his men mocked a guest, but even he didn't know what to expect from the unusual weapon. "What distance are you zeroing for?" he asked. Elena looked up, her expression calm and completely unbothered. 6,000 meters. The range master blinked, certain he'd misheard. Behind him, the Marines froze for half a second, then erupted into even louder laughter. 6,000? You mean 600, right? "No," she repeated, steady and firm. 6,000. No one believed her. Even the best long-range snipers struggled beyond 3,000. At 4,000, the shot became nearly impossible. Beyond 5,000? Most Marines didn't even discuss it. It was the stuff of legends. But Elena wasn't joking. She unfolded the bipod, adjusted the scope, and aligned herself behind the rifle. The laughter died down as the Marines realized she was serious. They exchanged confused looks, some curious, some annoyed, others convinced they were watching a colossal embarrassment unfold. The range master swallowed. "Target is ready. You may." Before he finished, Elena raised one hand slightly. "I'm not ready yet." She closed her eyes. The Marines didn't know she had done this routine since she was a teenager, visualizing wind drift, temperature, humidity, and the earth curvature. Her father, a retired Army sniper, had taught her everything he knew except one thing. She had surpassed him years before he realized it. She inhaled slowly, opened her eyes, and placed her cheek against the stock. The entire range fell quiet. Even the wind seemed to pause. Everything tightened into a single moment. She squeezed the trigger. The rifle thundered. Not like a toy, not like a decoration, but like a weapon engineered with precision far beyond anything the Marines had expected. The recoil rippled through her shoulder as a thin cloud of dust lifted from the ground. But no one could see the target. At 6,000 meters, the silhouette was nothing but a speck beyond the heat waves. Seconds passed. Nothing happened. A low murmur spread through the Marines. Some shook their heads, whispering that the bullet probably hit the dirt halfway there. Others snickered under their breath, ready to resume the mockery. Then, boom! A faint but unmistakable metallic echo rolled back across the desert. The range master's jaw dropped. No way that was the target. A spotter with binoculars gasped. "Sir, target struck. Clean hit. Dead center." The Marines went silent. Not one word, not one breath. Elena simply remained prone, as calm as when she walked in. But the silence didn't last long. Within seconds, the Marines exploded into cheers, shouting, laughing in disbelief, some grabbing their phones to record her, others running toward her like she'd just saved their lives in combat. "Who is she? How did she do that? Bro, she hit 6,000. 6,000. But Elena wasn't finished. She stood, dusted herself off, and nodded politely. "That was shot one. I can demonstrate stability with a follow-up." Another silence, this time full of respect. She reset her rifle, fired again, and the same deep, distant metallic impact rolled across the range. 2 shots, 2 hits. Perfect. By the end of the demonstration, the Marines who once laughed at her were lined up to shake her hand, ask for photos, and even request training tips. The range master removed his cap and bowed slightly, something he rarely did. "Miss Mercer," he said quietly, "you've just rewritten the range record, and maybe the Corps' pride." Elena smiled. The pink rose just needed a little sunlight. As she walked off the range, the Marines didn't see a young woman with a pink rifle anymore. They saw a legend. If you love this dramatic story, make sure to subscribe. Your support helps bring more cinematic, powerful narratives just like this one to the channel.